It seems Zach Wilson's time with the Jets is officially over. Recently, Tim Boyle was named the starting quarterback for the Jets. Zach Wilson was officially demoted behind Boyle and Trevor Siemian. Coming out of BYU, Wilson was regarded as a top quarterback prospect. In his junior year with the Cougars, he threw for over 3,600 yards, 33 touchdowns, and only 3 interceptions. Wilson looked great his junior year, but you have to keep in mind who he was playing against. The toughest team he played against was Coastal Carolina. Sometimes it's hard to evaluate a quarterback who plays against inferior competition. Many people were high on Wilson when he declared for the NFL draft. Many analysts were comparing him to Patrick Mahomes. In fact, Ryan Clark even said this, quote, "He makes plays that other guys in college can't, and that includes Trevor Lawrence." David Pollard also stated this, quote, "He just runs to his left and throws it 60 yards downfield like Patrick Mahomes." Last year I did not get into Jordan Love comparison with Patrick Mahomes. This guy Zach Wilson reminds me of him. His deep ball accuracy is second to none. Every single analyst loved Wilson, and boy, they were absolutely wrong. The Jets ended up drafting Zach Wilson second overall in the subpar quarterback class. It consisted of Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, Trey Lance, and Mac Jones. It seems Lawrence and Fields were the only good ones. Wilson's rookie year was a pretty typical rookie quarterback season. He had some highs and a lot of lows, but he showed glimpses of what he could become. Wilson threw for 2,300 yards along with 9 touchdowns and 11 interceptions. The Jets finished the season 4-13. Wilson could only do so much with the lack of weapons, so the Jets drafted Ohio State wide receiver Garrett Wilson and Iowa State's running back Breece Hall. Heading into his second year, everyone was expecting a huge jump in production. Instead, Wilson regressed. He was even worse than his rookie year. He threw for over 1,600 yards, 6 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions, and only completed 54% of his passes. I mean, it can't get any worse than this. Wilson was benched after his subpar performance against the Patriots. Wilson was 9 for 22 for 77 yards. In fact, Wilson had less than 150 passing yards in 4 of the 9 games he played. Heading into his third year, the Jets knew they couldn't win with Zach Wilson, and they were in win-now mode. So the Jets traded for Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers, who would help get them over the hump, and to help Zach Wilson become a better quarterback. It was a win-win situation, but unfortunately, Aaron Rodgers went down with a torn Achilles, and Zach Wilson was thrown into the fire yet again. Zach Wilson had slightly improved from his previous 2 seasons. He's only had 1 game this season under 100 passing yards, which is fantastic for him. Wilson still struggles to process the field and repeatedly makes terrible decisions over and over. This caused Wilson to be benched yet again after he threw for a whopping 81 yards against the Buffalo Bills. Is Zach Wilson's time in the NFL over, or will another team give him another shot?